I look like a fucking nerd. And I just look like a fucking nerd today. So we're all gonna get really fucking cool, really fucking quick about a lot of shit. Hi, what's up? Let me take these fuckers off because, like, I can't. Like, I am legally blind, but I look stupid. So we're gonna just take these off. We're gonna just take these off real quick. Okay, that's what we're gonna do. Okay. I got this because it triggered like a flashback. It is from Auric Blends Fine Perfume. It's called Egyptian Goddess, and it's a smell I remember from the 90s. Like, metaphysical girlies in the 90s would wear this kind of shit. And yeah, I don't know if you remember that. I don't know. It's just like a smell from a metaphysical shop. But it's called Egyptian Goddess, and it smells a lot like, I remember some like old ladies that I thought were really pretty in the 90s smell. And why the fuck is this matching my bed? It's like very black and like the colors are right there. Okay, that's weird. That's lining up. Anyways, whatever. Hi, how are you guys doing? What's up? What's up? How are you? How are you guys doing? I put a mask on my hair, and it was actually for just the scalp, but I put it down the ends, and my hair felt like sandpaper, and I was like, I'm going to fucking. Okay. Anyway, so I had to like put more, like I had to go and like deep treat my hair. It was just horrible. And if you're, what are you fucking your hair up for? Shut up. Shut the fuck up. What I'm doing is I'm actually preparing my hair to go to war. I'm actually preparing my hair for an actual salon appointment, and my hair is like, it's in there. It's in there. It's not, it's not falling out at all. Like it's in there. Yeah. But here's the thing. It's in there. I am not tender-headed. I don't. When I was a kid, I was tender-headed, and I think it was like the car wreck or something. I'm just kidding. I'm not tender-headed anymore. In fact, I've like put my skull through people's faces before, like on accident, and I pretended that it hurt. I'm like, oh god, that hurts so bad. Seeing if they're in pain, because if we're both in pain, then I don't have to sit there and like grovel and be like, I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to put my fucking skull through your fucking face. um but it doesn't hurt, and like, I've had some head injuries, and so I was like, maybe my brain is just like used to like taking a fucking knock. I don't know. I don't know. But let's not get into that. Let's just get into that. Hey, listen. So, anyways, I had to like fix my hair. I had to fix my hair. I had to treat it like the ends because my ends are porous. My ends are like. I mean, look, I be fucking. Yeah, if you guys are on my channel, you know I fucks with my hair. Okay, I fuck in fluorescent lighting. That Dracula, the old man Dracula. Um, Editing, Emily, you better fucking put him right there because people are gonna think that you're saying that shit and you don't say that shit. Okay, it's him. It's him. Okay. Shadow boxing behind the 7-Eleven. Every time I see that man, I laugh so hard when he comes across my algorithm. I'm like, there he goes. Hey, there he is. I'm just watching. Okay, we're fine. We're good. We're safe. I'm safe. I ate some Vietnamese food today. Everybody clap. Everybody fucking clap. Everybody fucking clap. Kidding. Okay, here's the thing. I called the Vietnamese restaurant, right? And the girl, she didn't answer at all for a while, and I was like, "That's weird," because like my homegirl works there, and I usually like, "Hey, what's up?" And she knows. She's like, "Oh, are you ordering for yourself or your family?" And I'm like, "Blah blah 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 blah." And the thing is, I don't like when people observe me. Like, how dare you clock my order? Like, okay, so here's the thing. Okay, here's the thing. Here's what happened. And I'm fucked up because my hair's like down, and I don't want my hair down. I want it up, and so like I want to tell a story, but my hair is distracting me. Ugh. I feel so much better. I feel so much better. Why do I feel so much better? I don't fucking know, man, but I do. Okay. Oh god, I feel so much better. What the fuck is that? Why is it like that? Anyways, I don't care. I do care. I fucking lied. That's why I did it. What am I fucking doing? And we're gonna ignore Crispy crying. He's crying because the door's shut. He's not gonna come in here because then he'll cry in here. He goes into the corner of my room and just starts crying and looking up at the ceiling. I ain't got time for that shit, baby. I ain't got time for that shit, baby. You stay outside, Crispy. You stay outside. Okay, I ain't got time for you to talk to ghosts up in my room. I don't give a fuck. I called the Vietnamese restaurant. I'm gonna do makeup in this video, but I called the Vietnamese restaurant. First, I must bitch and whine and complain. I called the Vietnamese restaurant. And someone, like, I called them once, nobody picked up. And I was like, that's weird. And it wasn't busy. And I was like, and they're open. I like checked on Google. I was like, okay, they're open. What's going on? And so then I like got in the car. I called one of my relatives back and I was like, hey, okay, I'm gonna get us some food. I'm gonna call you back after I get some food, blah, 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 whatever. And so I called the Vietnamese restaurant again and she was like, we ain't got egg rolls, we ain't got dumplings, I'm out of shrimp. She was just pouring into me, like railing into me about like stuff. And I was like, okay, well, can I still get like the vermicelli bowls with the barbecue pork? You guys got pork? You got noodles, right? Can I fucking get my shit? Because I'm not, look, you can tell me you're out of everything, whatever. And she's like, fine. Yeah, we got that. And I was like, who is this bitch? This ain't my homegirl who worked there. And damn, she had attitude. She didn't pick up the phone. I was like, God damn. The issue is that I used to work at this place, and so it's like it's kind of like that, like an uncle to me. That Vietnamese restaurant is like my uncle. Do you know what I mean? Like I used to work there for many, many years, shit like that, off and on, blah blah blah, throughout my early 20s, my early teens, when I was pregnant. Like, and so I'm like, who the fuck is this bitch? Like, why are you scaring off money? And so, anyways, I get there. Well, no. The thing is, okay, hang up, and I'm like, fuck it. I'll call the Chinese restaurant. I'm like, so, bitch, I'm sorry. I'm 7 minutes into this fuck ass video. I called the Vietnamese restaurant. The lady doesn't answer, and then she gives me lip, and she's like, we ain't got shit. Don't even try it. And I was like, girl, calm down. Because I'm hungry too. I haven't eaten all day. It's 5 o'clock, 5:30. I haven't eaten all day. I went shopping. I bought things, and now I'm hungry. And now I'm hungry. So I was like, fine, whatever. They don't have egg rolls. That's cool. I don't give a fuck. I will call the Chinese restaurant, order egg rolls, and then I'll pick them up separately because they're right next to each other, right? Sort of, not really, but whatever. They're in the same city. So I would pick up, I call the Chinese restaurant, and of course they clock me too. And the guy answers. He's like, hey, what's up? I was like, can I order some egg rolls to go? And they're like, yeah, can I get a number? I give him my number. He's like, are you Emily? And I was like, yes. Okay, well, it'll be ready in about 10 minutes. And I was like, okay, thanks, bye. And he's like, bye bye. And I was like, what the fuck? I was like, listen, we ain't shopping here no more. Y'all gonna go. Is your name Emily? So you know my name and number. That's cute. Nothing that I don't know. Yeah, I am. And yeah, that is my name and number. Oh, you said, wow, you have information. That's cool. Like, I don't have that. Like, I was telling my friend, I was like, if I was in Scream and some guy was like, I know where you live, I know your boyfriend's name, I would have been like this. Yeah, me too, bitch. Click. And then I would have died. But I would have talked shit the whole time. I really would have. I would have talked shit the entire time because that's just something I'm saying some things about people's mothers and dick size, and I'm going down talking shit, a lot of shit. That's probably why I'm gonna get killed because I'm gonna talk shit. Yeah. Okay. So what was it? Okay. I go to the Vietnamese restaurant, and she's there, and then I see like there's a guy there with her, and like maybe they're like having a spat or something. Like she works there, and he's like there, and like whatever. Right? So I'm like picking up vibes. Nobody, by the way, is in the store at all. It's not even busy. So why she didn't answer the phone first time? I don't know. Grievances. Let's air out grievances and then we'll play with makeup, okay? Okay. And I don't even have grievances. I think I'm just reporting to you from my bedroom how my fucking day went. So I'm like, okay, whatever. So I get the fucking Vietnamese food, then I go to the Chinese restaurant to pick up my egg rolls because like I gotta be a fucking bitch and make everything difficult. But I know what I want and I want to get it. And so I was like, whatever, fine. And then I see the guy like out that was like talking to me, and I was like, okay. But then I realized that they were being like shadowed by somebody. So I was like, okay. It's just weird that that restaurant like saves people's information. There's bugs outside. Going. I'm happy they're not cicadas though. I don't know what kind of bug that is. Does anybody know what bug that is? That bug? It's just a person screaming. It's not even a bug. It's just a man on my roof screaming. So, anyways, I get home. I open up the Vietnamese to go things, and I'm gonna put like egg rolls in them to substitute the egg rolls that are not there, right? There's egg rolls in the Vietnamese plates. And I'm like, why did she do that? She lied to me. So I ordered extra egg rolls. So now I have an abundance of egg rolls downstairs. What the fuck? I don't know, and I don't give a fuck. Here's the thing. Me and my husband love Wuthering Heights. Okay, we really do. Okay, we're team Heathcliff, team what the fuck? Like Heathcliff could do no wrong. And everything like Heathcliff is baby. Like absolutely. Like I love Heathcliff and it's that or nothing. Like it really is. It's like here's the thing. No offense to anybody. I could never be in a poly relationship because I would kill somebody or a couple of people or maybe a whole family or an entire city. I would just listen. It wouldn't be pretty and it would be strategic and it would be I couldn't do that. I am very jealous and possessive. And if that makes me a stupid dumb bitch, I'll die on that hill. I don't give a fuck. I'm not into sharing. Sharing is not caring. If you gave a fuck about me, you would just be like mine and I'm yours, and that's that. And to me, that feels safe, right? Right? Like, can we get an amen in the fucking chat? That feels safe. And if you're in a poly relationship, that's fine. I have tons of friends. And sorry, I'm stopped up, so I'm like, I have tons of friends who are in poly relationships, but I've seen and I've known swingers. I've had tons of swingers like approach me and shit like that, and all I can think after smiling and declining, I'm like the nicest way. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, no, thank you. On the inside, I'm like, I would fucking do unspeakable things that would make God blush if my man ever asked me to be a swinger. Like, divorce me, leave me, because I just like oh, and the issue is that I've known tons of women who were forced after the relationship was just boy girl, right? Whatever that's called. I don't even know anymore. After it was just them, then the guy gets a wild hair up his ass and he's like, I can't let it be adventurous in the bedroom, which is fine. Which is fine. But it's when you pressure the woman to do it through abuse or other means of psychological warfare or withholding money, like financial abuse or something, right? Neglect abuse. That's horrible. You need to be fucking slowly crushed by an elephant, you piece of shit. Like anytime a man or even a woman, if it's just you guys and somebody feels uncomfortable about the idea of swinging or being in an open relationship, leave their ass. Opposite of sees him, leave him. Leave his ass or her ass. If a woman is pressuring you into being in an open relationship, get fucked, bitch, by someone else and get the fuck out of their face. Like, what the fuck, are you kidding me? There's been so many times where boys, not men, fucking boys, when I was a kid and we were like, I was dating, guys were like, I have another girlfriend, but she doesn't have to know about you. And I was like, I'll fucking beat the shit out of you and make your mother cry, you piece of shit. You fucking limp dick bastard. I will fucking end your goddamn life. Actually, no, I won't. I'll make sure you survive, but I'll make your mama cry. And every time you walk with a limp, you'll think about how you fucked with me. And then that's how it is. Like, I just don't understand how people can be so fucking stupid. Like, I am selfish. Oh, I'm sorry. I want to be in a you me relationship, and I am completely yours and you're completely mine, and that's it. That makes me a selfish bitch, and that's who I am, baby. That's it. And I don't give a fuck. So anyways, me and my husband, we have like an agreement. We're like, Heathcliff didn't do anything wrong. After watching, like, there's this Tom Hardy Wuthering Heights like adaptation that's like a BBC like 2-part series, TV movie, whatever thing that I have bought on Amazon Prime. Anyways, so I love it so much because, well, first of all, my husband loves Tom Hardy shit. No, whatever, he's fine. I don't care. But I think the boy, I forgot his name, not Linton's dad or whatever his name is, that guy, the blonde. It's always blonde haired guys and dark-haired guys, and they're like fighting over some girl. So it's the Phantom of the Opera. The Phantom, to me, did nothing wrong, and we'll get to that. No, hold on, wait. No, yeah, he did nothing wrong. The Phantom did nothing wrong. I don't. I just can't see it. Now, it's so weird. Like all of these stories are like a light-haired guy and a dark-haired guy, and it's always like that, and it's so funny because people in the book community talk about that. So like, if the main male character has light hair, he's not the love interest. Like, it's a rare thing for those motherfuckers to be the love interest, and it's funny. So funny because all the girlies like the dark boys. I was like, well, okay, maybe not all the girlies, but anyways, but yeah, I think that's funny. I think it's funny. What do I think is funny? I don't know. I think it's actually sad. I talked to a woman who she was telling me about her like really abusive marriage to this guy who forced her to be a swinger. And like if I had a time machine, he's on that list. Torture, slow torture. I mean, I might just like keep him alive for a couple of days. The shit she told me that he would make her do, like abuse her, throw her. I'm sorry, trigger warning, abuse, right? Trigger warning, DV, but like just throw her up against a wall, force her, like punch her, threaten to kill her if she didn't sleep with that guy, so he could sleep with that girl. Here's the thing. Yeah, yeah, no, yeah, absolutely. Like I would just, like you just could not like. Here's the thing, like maybe I'm different. I'm just a kind of a fucked up person. But here's the thing: if a man ever threatened me like that, which a couple of them have, here's the thing: um, I'll fawn, I'll freeze, and I'll get doe-eyed, and then I will destroy you from the inside out. Like, you know what I mean? Like that's just fucked up. It's so fucked up, and like I hate that shit. I hate that shit. I hate that shit so much. It's not cute. It's not cool. I don't like it at all. And some people are like, it's body positivity to go around fucking everything. And I'm like, I will positively put your body in a grave. Like, what are you talking about? Like, there's just a lot of weird, like psychotic kind of, to me, what's psychotic, gaslighting when it comes to being intimate. I don't know, it's crazy. And maybe I am crazy for being like, oh, I'm hyper obsessed with somebody I love, and if they look another way or are not interested anymore in me anymore, tell me, and it'll be an amicable divorce. Like that's I've always been 100% since the beginning of my relationship with my husband. Hey, look, if you're bored, you don't like me anymore, just tell me. I'll get the fuck out of here. That's cool. But the moment you lie to me and hide and manipulate, and I think you just like sign a certain warrant. You know what I mean? Like, that's crazy to me. To me, that's crazy. And I know you're like, oh no, bitch, it's crazy that you're like acting crazy. No, no. I have like talked to my husband tons of times, and I'm like, maybe it's because Latinas don't fucking cheat on them. Don't fucking do that shit. Like I've seen white girls, and I'm not trying to be rude or racist or anything, but I've seen white girls be like, he cheated on me like 14 times, and it triggers me when he does that. And I'm like, why is why are you telling me this, girl? Get a shovel and a bag. Don't mind the gloves. I've got some peroxide and bleach. What are you talking about? Tonight's gonna happen. It's like, what are you talking about, babe? What are you talking about? What are you talking about that triggers you, girl? You don't know what a trigger is. But I have one. Like, just like, what are you talking about? Anyways, okay, let's get to the, now that I'm like over that. But like, I listen, I ain't about it. I ain't about, maybe I'm a pussy ass bitch because I'm like, oh yeah, listen, if you're gonna cheat on me, just run faster than 60 miles an hour. You know what I mean? Like, make sure you do zigzags. I'm gonna come get you. But like also, uh y'all, we don't have that much time on Earth. Like, our time is limited, blah, blah, blah. There's 8 billion people on the planet. You're going to find somebody else. Statistically speaking, you're going to find somebody else. And, but here's the thing, you better find somebody else before I find you. I'm kidding. Just like, before I find you. Okay, and then the next thing, I found some makeup that I really like. And I think that it matches my face a little bit. It's been like 150 million degrees here in South Texas, and humidity matching, yes. Um, so I haven't been wearing makeup really, like foundation or any of that shit. But I did find some makeup that I like, and I'm going to share that with you. But yeah, anyway, so there's like a new adaptation of Wuthering Heights with Margot Robbie and Shabba Ding Dong or something, and that's like got the book community in upheaval, and they're like, but then here's the thing. There's an adaptation of Frankenstein coming out too, girlies. There's an adaptation of Guillermo del Toro. Don't fucking miss. Okay, so I think that we're gonna be fine. I think look, they're gonna fuck up Wuthering Heights. We already know they're gonna do it. They're gonna fuck it up. They're gonna fuck it up bad. And look, here's the thing. Whenever they fuck it up bad, in a couple years, the licensing will go to somebody else. Somebody else will be like, look, y'all have spoken. The internet has spoken. We are going to do. Just give Wuthering Heights to Guillermo del Toro, please. Can he have it? I would like to see him have it. I would like him to see that. I would like to see that in a couple of years or whatever. Whenever all the licensing's back into like it's like little safe spot and nobody, blah blah. I need to see him touch it. So everything he's got like the Midas touch for like dark things, and I like that. Is that okay with you? Give it to Guillermo. So anyways, I want to show you the makeup I found that I really like. What's that bug? I love it. Sing me a song of your people, little bug. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna do makeup now. Don't mind me sipping my coffee, chugging my coffee. I'm not even sipping anymore. I'm not sipping no some syrup. Sipping no some sipping no some syrup. When 3-6 Mafia put down, we eat so many scrimps, I got iodine poisoning. They stood on business. They stood on business. That was possibly one of the most influential lyrical pieces of our time. We eat so many scrimps, I got iodine poisoning. I'm gonna fucking kill it. No. I need to stop. I keep all my makeup in this bag. It's a giant leaf that I got from Talismana Designs on Etsy. Talismana Designs. I don't know. It's a nice bag. It's like a Ren Fair bag. You put it on a belt, the leaf, but it opens up downwards. Downward facing dog. Wait, I'm sorry. Okay. Me and my husband went to an antique store and I found these really fucking amazing scissors. I keep them in my purse in a bag because they're really sharp. But look how big they are. Forehead for Can you hear that? Can you hear that? Yeah, you can hear that. I told my husband, I was like, dude, that can go through someone's skull. And we were eating, we went out to eat at Chili's after we went to like the antique store. And I was like, I held these up like this and I was like, check this out. Like these could definitely like go through somebody's fucking skull. And I was like, and the lady came up to me and she was like, is there anything I can get for you today? And I was like, I think we're good. I think we're good. Oh, the most beautiful metallic sound. But yeah, I got a gigantic pair of scissors from the thrift store. I'm sorry, the antique shop. And I like them a lot. Yeah, they make me very happy. Yeah, I've never seen a pair of scissors that big. And I was like, wonder what they're for. Anyways, I keep them in my purse and then I wrap them up because I don't want to stab myself. Oh, and then I got this really nice perfume I like. It's a body mist, but it's called Magnetic Candy and it smells like I don't know if I told you guys about this, probably. I don't know. Cotton candy and like vanilla or something, or violets. Yeah, there we go. Anyways, is this thing on? Let me make sure this thing's on. Yeah, this thing's on. So now I'm gonna show you the makeup I got because I like it. I got this Maybelline. It's called an eraser or a corrector. This thing is really fucking cool. I like this a lot. I really do like this. And then I got a matte Superstay. It's like a bunch of hours ink, and it's brown, and it's in the shade Vixen. Really, Vixen. I thought it said something about a bear. But yeah, it's like this brown color. What? Forehead for reference. Forehead for reference. Oh my god, this girl. This guy told this chick that her forehead was huge, so she pulled out a fucking God, what's oh yeah, and then I keep a bunch of skeleton keys in my purse too. I like keys. Tingle tingle. Tingle tingle tingle. Tingle tingle. What was I saying? Fuck! That did the opposite. I totally forgot what I was saying. Oh yeah, this guy was like, yeah, your forehead is huge, capital Huge, and she was like, really? Okay, let's pull out a fucking measuring tape. So she did, and then she was like, so you're telling me my forehead's huge? It's 2.5 inches, and to you that's huge, Kyle. To you that's huge, and it was so funny. Or Andrew or something. Like his name was like some basic fucking guy name. Where is the rest of my stuff? I have to dump this out. Aha! There we go. Sorry. This. I love this. 30 Hours, Maybelline, New York. So these are both Maybelline? Yes. The shade 118. It says shake well before shake well before use. Why? Click clack. Spray paint. Click clack, click clack. Click clack. I'm just kidding. Yeah. This is what I've been using. This color is the color 110 Maybelline eraser, and this one's 118. And they just work for me. So let's I'm gonna show you. Is that okay? Is that okay? Let me show you something. Let me show you something. Hold up. Where's my thingamabob? I'm gonna get really depressed now. Oh god, it's got coffee on it. It's got coffee since I don't give a fuck. Here's the thing. I have a huge forehead. So this thing, you're supposed to like go like this until product is on the nib of it. Whatever that means. It's concealer. Oh, it's on there. Okay. I just like poof it onto my face. But it does conceal really well. But here's the thing. I don't know how to do makeup and I don't really give a fuck. Like I'm not a professional. I'm not anybody important. I'm nobody. Like my death wouldn't mean anything to anyone. So it doesn't matter. Like I'm nobody and that's okay. And I'm not trying to be anybody. I'm just trying to have a couple of laughs. Do you fucking mind? But yeah, I just put this on areas that I don't like. I just put this around my fucking face. Okay, listen, I've never seen The Sopranos, but my mom loves The Sopranos. And I think I told y'all in the last video, I don't fuck with like mob shit really. My husband's like heavy Italian and stuff, and we just don't talk to his family. I don't know. The thing about like family, like I'm a survivor of like cult trauma. So the whole issue with like being in a family really fucks me up. Personally, it's not like I don't know, it's just really fucked up. So I have like survivor guilt and trauma, and like when people are too familiar with me, I get very skittish and flighty. Just like the guy at the fucking Chinese restaurant was like, "Hey, is your name Emily? We have your number." Blah, blah. So like to off put the whole like feeling skittish and scared and shit like that, I will what do you call it? Kill someone. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. Like I don't like the whole family thing. It freaks me out. And then we shook this up, and I'm just gonna put this all over my face. It's cold today. Yeah, I don't like the idea of families. And my husband's Italian family is very big and very connected to each other. And so like they talk all the time and blah 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 blah. And like they're very, very Italian. And like it's cool. I have nothing against them or whatever. But I just it's like I'm fucking scared. Am I being a bitch? Pussy ass bitch? Yeah, of course I am. But here's the thing, they fucking scare me because like it's a family, you're expected to do stuff, and blah blah blah. You're expected to do things, and you can't say no. And like, I just yeah. Anyway, so I just don't like The Sopranos. Anything that reminds me of like being uncomfortable with the idea of family and expectations and societal and norms, and also like the underground of like, because like when I was a kid, I was like I went through a lot of stuff. Anyway, so just anything that reminds me of like the underworld of like crime or shit like that. I'm just trying to get away from. Okay, okay, um, so I don't like this dude at Sally's who looked like a fucking goddess of the underworld. He was like, "You should watch The Sopranos. You should watch The Sopranos." I have a booger in my nose. So I just try not to fuck with the Soprano stuff. Like, I just don't like it because it reminds me of my mom, and then my mom loved The Sopranos. But my mom also had married a bandito, and my mom was also like knee deep in all kinds of shit in her early 20s and 30s. And so maybe it reminds her of a time when she, like, maybe it reminds her of happier times when she was with a type of family. You know what I mean? Like I said, she married a bandito, and they did all kinds of stuff and blah 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 blah, right? And so whatever, like whatever. I think so, yeah. But I don't like that because uh, I just don't. Like, I spent my whole life trying to get away from ending up like that, and it's yeah, and yeah. And so I just, I don't know. And none of this is making sense because I'm being vague. But yeah, organized crime, I don't like that. Mob stuff, I don't like that. Family stuff, I don't like that. Anything that reminds me of being in a cult, I just don't like. I just don't like it. I just don't like it. And my husband's the same way. He just doesn't like that shit, and he's just not about that. But he still will be, and I don't begrudge him. Like, he'll still talk to like family members and stuff, and that's fine. I don't give a fuck. Like, that's okay. I'm not trying to keep my husband away from his family. That's bullshit. Um, but he understands my hesitation and my flightiness and my fear. He understands it and he respects it. Um, and so yeah, that's just it. And so like I'm really big about like I'm really big. I'm just a really big person. No, I'm kidding. I'm really big. No, but I don't. I've just gone through so much shit with so many different people. I've been through like a million lives in one life, and so I just don't fuck with certain things that pull up that. You know what I mean? For my personal mental health, I just don't do that. And if you do, that's cool. I don't give a flying fuck, Keisha. Like, I don't care. I don't give a fuck, Keisha. That's great for you. I think that's fantastic. But I don't. I don't understand family dynamics that well, and I don't do well within them. And I live my own life. I try to keep my head down, and I try to do the right thing the best that I can. Anyway, you know what I mean? I try to stay out of everybody's business, although I get thrusted into businesses, and I just, whatever. But yeah, there's shit for The Sopranos keeps coming up on my feed, and it reminds me of my mom because she loved that shit. And like I said, that's fine. That's whatever. Blah blah blah. I don't care. That's cool. I don't give a fuck. I look silly. It's fine. Anyways, I love my mom, and she loves that. That's cool. I even like when she was alive, I helped her get a Sopranos ringtone and like all kinds of shit. And if it like whatever, that made her happy, cool. I don't care. But for me personally, I'm not into that stuff. Um yeah. Why was I telling you this? I don't know. The guy in the antique shop recognized me. He was like, "Hey, you're the girl that bought all those antlers." And I was like, "Damn, he must recognize me because I have blonde hair." And I had blonde hair whenever I bought all those antlers because I've gone in there before, and he did not recognize me. But because I had blonde hair, sorry, my lipstick's so fucking. Because I had blonde hair, I guess he recognized me. There's a fine line between looking good with brown lipstick and looking like you just ate a bunch of chocolate cake. I rest somewhere in between both of those outcomes. Okay. Uh, I don't know. I accidentally called someone a pussy because they paid someone else to hunt a mountain lion down for them, and I was like, I would do it myself. And they were like, "There's no way you could do it." And I was like, "I bet I could." And he was like, I paid a guy $5,000 to go hunt it down, mount it, track it, blah, blah, blah. And I was just like, I would have done it myself, but you know, that's good for you. And I was like, what am I doing? Like, do you ever catch yourself being a bitch? Like, I don't know if I was like about to start my period, but then he got hyper defensive, was like, no, you couldn't do that. Like, so he turned back into a little boy and he was like, there's no way you could do that. There's no way. They would find you before you found it and it would be over. And I was like, at least one of us would be dead. And I was out there not being a little bitch. Like, it was, yeah, I was at the antique store and I like got into it with a guy uh, about taxidermy. And I was like, who the fuck pays somebody else to go hunt down taxidermy for them? I was like, bitch, get out there and do it yourself, you little bitch. Like, I'm just kidding, but yeah. Oh, I should finish the rest of my makeup. I don't know. I don't know what I was talking about The Sopranos for, but it keeps showing up on my fucking like feed. Like, like I was like, I don't like that shit, and then it was like, hey, what's up? Now that's Italian. I was like, shut the fuck up, shut the fuck up, shut the fuck up. Okay, what else? Oh, and then I'll insert a picture here of a postcard I found. It's like it's got a skull. It's like from Walnut Canyon. It's like a postcard from a long time ago. This is what I've been looking like. I look like shit, but it's whatever. Yeah, I don't know. Look, I just don't be fucking with stuff where people are like family. We're like family here. As soon as someone says that, I'm out the window. I'll jump. And I'll rise up. No, I'll fucking jump out a window. Like, we're family here. As soon as like I go to get a job and someone says we're family here, we're family here. Fire, fireman. Yeah, I don't believe that. I hate that shit. I fucking hate that. You expect me to give you my time, my life, for what? Your fuck ass business? Shut the fuck up. We're family here. Cause here we're like family. I don't think so, kiddo. I don't fucking think so. Yeah. I hope I didn't have a booger the whole time I was recording that, because I will literally leave it in. I don't give a fuck. And like, yeah, featuring my booger. Put that in the fucking title line. Featuring my booger. Oh, and then another thing, I have a grievance. So one of my homegirls is like, I found out that she's not even like a real ally to like the queer community. She's just like a performative ally. And if you don't know what that is, it's somebody who just wants so badly to be an ally that they literally go out of their way to like correct you with pronouns or correct you with this or correct you. And it's like, well, everybody within the queer community is just calling each other like horrific fucking names. And then she's like being a fake ally. It was just a horrible, like, oh my god, I got so fucking pissed off because we were talking about stuff and I was like, look, I was like, here's the thing, blah blah blah. Okay, I can't even explain this, but what I realized is the same way that because I've known people that were performative Christians where they're really closeted homosexuals, which is fine. But when you're a performative Christian, it's performative. Performative. Okay, where you're like, you know that dude's gay. Like, you know, you know he's gay. Like, that's fine. But people within the Christian community are like, they're eating it up. They're like, he's not. No way. I never expected that. But anybody who's done a lick of gay shit, anybody who is queer, would be like, okay, Brandon. Like, okay, yeah, right, okay, whatever. But then I was openly talking about like my queer experiences. And then I was like starting to realize that this person's allyship to the queer community was just performative. Like when it came down to it, I was like, "Oh my god, I actually don't think you're a fucking ally at all." And it was like online, they're like keyboard warriors for this and that. But in person, you meet them and they're like, I don't, it almost was like it felt weird. Like they wanted to grab onto any queer person that was in their vicinity and be like, "Oh, I'll do anything you want." Oh, that, blah, 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 blah. Like, what are you talking about, girl? What are you doing? What are you talking about? What are you doing? Like, it's just, it pissed me off because it was the same. Like, and then I realized it, and I was talking to my husband. I was like, actually, that didn't feel unique, or like not unique, but didn't feel genuine. That whole conversation felt like somebody was trying to grab onto someone who was within the queer community, and just because you are friends with somebody, it was just it was a weird thing. It was just weird. Like, only imagine somebody only being friends with people within the queer community because they wanted to feel safe. Like, oh no, I'm an ally. I have a friend that's gay. And then you're like talking openly, like, well, blah 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 blah, like blah blah. Blah. And then they're like, even if that person within the queer community did something wrong, they would still defend them because that was like their one like footstep into the, like, what are you doing? That shit is crazy. That shit, and maybe some people don't understand what I'm saying, and I'm sure I'm not communicating this correctly, but it's performative. Like, you're pretending to like trans people because if you don't like them, it means you're a bad person or something. I don't know. It was weird. I was like, I have tons of trans friends, and have you ever met? Have you ever met somebody that's trans? Like, you start like realizing that they're allyship is based upon what they've seen in memes online, and like they've never actually met a trans person in real life or talked to, like, it was a weird open, I don't know how to explain this, guys, but I've never had that experience before. I've never, it's almost like when somebody's trying to say that, well, I'm not racist, and it's like, then why would you say any of that? Why would you even say that? Well, I'm not racist. Girl, if you're not, I will know you're not. And if you are, I'll know you are. You don't, there ain't needed to defend shit. Like, it was a really weird experience. It was really weird experience. It was also like fucked up because I was like, I don't understand what's going on here. Why you're acting like this? This is kind of weird. I'm starting to get uncomfortable because I just like started to realize some shit, and I don't really like what I'm saying here. Um, okay, whatever. Like, I don't know. It's just so weird. Like, I openly talk about all of my experiences, like queer or non, experiences, and I'm just like, yeah, whatever. Like, because I could be honest with them and open, and like anything I say right now, I will grab a mic and say it on the front lawn of the White House too. Like, I'm not, or like at the front, I'll take the mic from Joel Osteen and be like, yeah, and I did this. Like, it's not something that I feel like I should have to. I don't know. It's weird. Like, you ever feel like you're hanging out with someone and then you see their mask slip and you realize that they're just pretending to be an ally or pretending to like a certain thing, but like deep down, they're probably really fucked up. And like it was like their words and their actions didn't match who they were. It was fucked up, guys. Listen, all I'm saying is this last full moon was fucked up. Like, it was really fucked up, and I was just like, it like helped me understand a lot of mannerisms and shit about certain people. And I was like, okay, cool, whatever. But then it was also fucked up because I was like, I thought you were this way. And now that we're in close proximity on a full moon with each other, I'm starting to realize that you might not be who you say you are. And that made me super uncomfortable. Yeah, and it was just crazy. I've never seen somebody be like, I don't know, it's just so fucking weird. I've never seen that before where someone was like pretending to be an ally, pretending so much as like they were like fake it till you make it type of shit. And I was like, I've never seen that before. That was really fucking weird. It was really fucking weird, and it made me very uncomfortable. because I genuinely thought that they were a certain way. And then I was like talking openly about queer experiences and also talking openly about experiences with my exes who eventually turned out to be gay or like, you know, other things. And I'm like, well, I knew that person was totally gay because when I went to kiss them, they like pushed me away and they were like, stop it. And I was like, but then also I was like, dude, I was a very masculine little girl. Like I was a very masculine, like I've always been very masculine. And it's been like a lesson in being feminine. Like I've had to learn how to be feminine. And like of course there's levels of like fake it till you make it type of shit. But like I've met this one guy. He used to be a family friend. He was like a performative Christian until I realized that he was gay secretly. But he would not admit it to himself. And then like he had eyes for someone really close to me. That was a boy. That was a boy. Like he's here, like he can hear me. Oh my god. And I openly confronted him. I was like, hey, you say a lot of strangely strange stuff about that guy. You're always touching him in certain ways. I was like, you could tell me if you're like gay. I'm not gonna tell your mom. I'm not gonna like I wasn't trying to force him to come out, but they were so right wing Christian and like anti gay and like anti everything other than like almost like Mormon. It was like really fucked up and they like had a psychotic breakdown. And I was like, oh my fucking god. Like it was crazy. And I was like, it was in confidence. It was like I was in the fucking public. They were at my house. We were sitting at the table, just me and them, and I was like, hey, I think like if you're gay, it's okay, you could tell me. Like I wasn't like confronting them in a weird way. It was like I was just being very gentle, but I was like, look, I'm a little gay. It's okay. Like what the fuck? Like we can be honest with each other. Mm-mm, mm-mm, mm-mm. And I was like, what the fuck? But I never seen it on the opposite side, like a far left wing, like feminist ally that wasn't really an ally and possibly not even a feminist. And I was like, what the fuck is that? How do you fucking do that shit? I've never seen that before. But then I seen it and I was like, very concerned because I felt like I was in enemy territory. And I was like, I've told you lots of things about me personally. Were you just trying to be my friend? Because you also wanted to be like, well, I'm that person's friend, so I can't be a bad person. Like, what? I don't know, girl. Look, I don't fucking know. That shit pissed me off. Okay, look, don't be fucking lying around me. Don't be lying about shit around me, cause I'll find out, and it'll piss me the fuck off. Don't be lying about shit around me. I hate that shit. Oh my god, I hate that. That's bullshit. It's bullshit. It's like I grew up extremely poor, homeless. I've seen crime. I've seen very bad things happen to people. I've seen a lot of things, and when someone is like pretending to have empathy for you when they've never lived the life you've lived. They've never stood in line at a food bank or had to run screaming from people trying to tie you up and kidnap you. Or like being physically abused, sexually abused, mentally abused, financially abused. Um, having to hide in a ditch from police officers looking for you. Like all kinds of shit. Like and then people from a good household they're like, oh yeah, I've done drugs. I'm such a bad person. I'm like, my friends sell drugs to your dad. You're you're rich. You have like a fucking 3-story house and a pool. We're living hotel to hotel. We are not the same. We're not the same. You're not a bad girl because you're dating a drug dealer. You're a fucking idiot. He's gonna rob you. And I'm gonna laugh. Um, okay, I used to be like that. I used to be like, fucking stupid. And that's why they're gonna rob you later. I wouldn't be home if I was you. Okay. Um, you know what I mean? I don't. It's crazy. And whatever. It's just what none of my business, right? Mm-mm. But yeah, that shit's crazy. It's like when people have like false empathy. They're like, I totally get it. It's like we're the same. I'm like, girl, we are not the same. We're not the same, baby. you could die a million times and come back. You could eat my ass, and we still wouldn't share no DNA. You could never know, girl. What we're nowhere near the same, and you should be grateful for that. You should be grateful for that because like a lot of people put in my fucking shoes, I'm sure they wouldn't be making it out. Okay, and that's fine too. Like, okay, but what I am saying is like that shit was crazy. Okay, so what did we learn today? I don't fucking know. I don't like when people lie, and that's fine. Okay, it's fine. Okay, and if you are a liar, if you're a lying ass bitch, that's okay. That's totally fine. So I don't like politicians. They're all liars. They're all sucking each other off in the back rooms, giving each other handies, voting against the gays while actively being gay is pretty fucking crazy to me. But what do I know? What do I know? I don't know nothing. What I do know is that in high school, my homeboy was selling pills to one of the like guidance counselors. Okay, hold on. Because we're all adults now. In high school, one of my friends was like selling drugs to the guidance counselor, and he wasn't allowed to say anything. But he told us anyways. But yeah, the guy in charge of him was like, "Don't say anything. Shut the fuck up and don't ever talk about this." The person about to come up to the car, you didn't see him, and I was like, anyways, he told us. Um, and I was like, wow, really? Because he's a fucking dick. That guy's a fucking asshole. And the next time I saw him at school, I looked at him up and down, and I said, "Hi, Mister blah blah blah," and I just smiled, and I like skipped away, because yeah, I thought that was hilarious. I was like, "You're the guy. You're a guidance counselor, and you're buying drugs off my friend." Hi, I know. Guess what? I know something that's super funny. I know I ain't getting in trouble at all this year. It is fine. It's like, no, I did not blackmail him. Okay, I'm not a fucking bitch. But I thought, hey, look, you got jokes. I got jokes too. I know something really funny. Just fucking. Oh yeah, there's like memes on Schizogram, and it's like whenever you're on a date with a girl, and then she's laughing and giggling at something, and then she says the full government name of the body you hid 3 years ago, and their exact coordinates. That's funny. Oh my god. Okay, that's fine. Schizogram is my favorite gram to be on. Schizogram. Oh god, and then there was this like, fuck it. Okay, there was this girl, and she's like another goth baddie on Instagram. But then Jake Monroe or whatever his name is, whatever the fuck that guy's name is, the guy who dresses up like a cheap version of Jared Leto's Joker, and then talks shit about women online, talks shit about TikTokers, and he's like famous on the internet. Whatever, I don't give a fuck. He was talking shit about this one girl, and she posted it. Like I guess she does Twitch streams and shit like that. But it was a screenshot of her video, and it looked exactly like me when I had black hair, and my fucking heart fell out of my fucking ass, and I was like, oh, he did a video about me and nobody fucking told me. And then it was about this other girl. I was like, oh god damn bitch, we look exactly the same when I dye my hair black and like, or I put a wig on and I do a very specific, it was just crazy, it was uncanny. I showed my husband like the screenshot of this girl's video he was talking shit about, and he said, what is that guy talking about you for? And I was like, that actually isn't me. And he was like, what the fuck? I was like, dude, I don't know. That's fucked up. I found myself a doppelganger in the gothic community. And apparently, Jake Monroe was going after her and was like, stop dancing around in your fucking room for people's approval. And I'm like, dude, what are you, the fucking cops? If a bitch wants to shake her ass on the internet, what are you, the fucking ass shaking police? Are you joking? Are you fucking joking? Don't be hating because she don't want none of you now. Listen, you're just hating. That's up. Now listen, I think, okay, I'm gonna say this. This has nothing to do with him, but I am going to leave this video with a couple of things that I'm gonna say. If a man treats women badly and he continues to treat women badly, and he continues to talk shit about women being sexual, and then he continues to attack and berate women. I'm gonna give you a hint. I'm gonna give you a fucking tip. That man doesn't like women. If you have a track record of being passive aggressive and treating women like shit, and this has nothing to do with him, I'm just saying this out loud. More than likely, as somebody who's had tons of exes that turned out to be gay, which is fine. But yeah, I don't think they like women. I don't think that person likes women. Do you get what I'm saying? Do you smell what the fuck I'm stepping in? Can you smell what I'm stepping in? Okay. I don't think that motherfucker like women. Um, and that's fine. That's fine. But yeah, it's just dude, that shit pisses me off. It's fucking crazy. It's fucking crazy. I don't listen. Just be you, be honest. Be honest with yourself at least. Don't and like, look, if your whole get up is to be a fucking liar, that's cute, that's hot for some people. Some people fuck with liars. That's cool. That's great. Love it, right? Everybody loves a good politician every once in a while. But here's the thing. Like, be honest with yourself, at least to an extent. And like, how the fuck are you gonna sit there and make fun of people online for allegedly seeking approval from other people when they're not? They're just like posting it because they think they feel cute. And when other people are like, "Oh, you feel cute," it like does help you a little. It does boost you a little bit. You're like, "Oh, okay, cool, that's great." Are we gonna kick every girl on the internet in the teeth for I don't know being gothic and dancing around? Is that what we're here for? Is that? I'm sorry. Was that super progressive? Is that super you know what I mean? The same way I'm going to talk about the Cynthia Woods Mitchell Pavilion incident, where a certain singer was talking shit about a woman and was like, "Look at this fat, ugly bitch," blah, blah, blah. It's like talking mad shit about her, right? And then that person, that certain singer's fans, went on to talk massive shit about her. I'm going to tell you something. I used to stage dive off of that same fucking stage that that asshole was performing on. Number one, the rules and laws have changed around that specific pavilion, the Cynthia Woods Mitchell Pavilion. When I was a kid, we used to stage dive off of that shit all the time. It was normal for people to crowd surf. You get on stage with the singer, you go woo, and then the security pulls you down. You go back, you snake around, you go from the back of the crowd, you crowd surf up to the fucking stage, get a little moment of woo, and like sometimes they'll push you back into the crowd. You stage dive, you know crowd surf. I used to stage dive off of that fucking that concert stage all the time when I was a kid. Okay. We saw Jane's Addiction there, and it was like the day I think they killed one of the terrorists in the Middle East or something. And the singer came out and was like, "They got that motherfucker, fuck him!" And everyone was freaking out, stage diving, crowd surfing, like mosh pit, like you know what I'm saying? And so, but now at the Cynthia Woods Mitchell Pavilion, you can't even have a cap on your water bottle because singers are afraid that people are going to take those caps and throw them at them as a weapon. And so the amount of security there is insane. We just went to go see Breaking Benjamin there, and it was you could not go take a fucking piss without security clocking your phone, looking at it, whatever. So I don't know how. First of all, body shaming that woman, and then she came back saying that, "Hey, listen, fuck all you guys. I got to do something fun, and one day I'm gonna be dead, and none of this shit's gonna matter." So kudos for her for doing that. But his security fucking hates him because I couldn't even get up to take a piss without security breathing down my fucking neck. So, and we were very close. So you're telling me that that girl snuck on stage somehow? That's insane. No, your fucking security just sucks dick, bro. Like, for being at that fucking pavilion, personally, going there multiple times, stage diving, crowd surfing, going to fucking Buzzfest in Houston and shit like that. It's crazy to me how that lady was able to get on stage, especially because not a year ago, I was personally there and we weren't even allowed to have fucking bottle caps or get fucking basically searched every time we got up to go take a fucking piss. You know what I'm saying? Oh, it was just crazy. That I don't know if that's coming out clearly. I don't understand, number 1, how she got on stage. Obviously, your security fucking hates you. Number 2, we used to stage dive off that fucking stage all the time. It was no big deal. And so I don't know what the fuck the big issue is. If you're such a hardcore metal fucking guy, what's the issue with some like she wasn't gonna shoot you dead. It wasn't Selena. Baby, you're not Selena. That wasn't Yolanda. What are you talking about, bitch? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I just couldn't understand. I was like, personally, like, I thought you guys were like a hardcore metal band. You know, it's like this one guy, he went to a metal show that I know, and he came back, he's like, "I just got jumped by a bunch of guys." And I was like, "What do you mean you got jumped by a bunch of guys at a metal show? Nobody stopped it? Like, they're fucking nice dudes, they're gonna fucking stop it." I was like, "Did you piss somebody off?" He's like, "No, they were people I knew." He was like, "I was just trying to get back to my friends. I crossed a bunch of people that were right in front of the stage, and they all started beating the shit out of me. I said, "You fucking dumbass! You walked into a mosh pit. Those aren't your enemies." He's like, "No, fuck all of them. They beat the shit out of me." I said, "You walked into a fucking mosh pit? Are you stupid or just fucking dumb? You didn't get your ass beat. You fucking walked into a mosh pit. Everybody knows if you're in a mosh pit, you're gonna get a fucking elbow in the eyes, stupid bitch." Anyways, yeah, that was dumb. That's like my. So I had a homegirl. She was standing too close to the mosh pit. She got punched in the chest, and I was like, "Girl, get the fuck back!" And like we helped her up and shit like that. But it's if you're near a mosh pit, people are moshing, you're gonna get a fucking flying knee, and that's just a battle scar. You get the fuck up and you punch them in the face, and you beat the shit out of everybody around you. That's how mosh pits are, and I'm so fucking like that's how it is. That's how it's always been. Maybe it's not anymore. I don't know. Maybe everybody is gone soft or something. And anyway, so it was so crazy that he was like, "I got the shit beat out of me at a metal show. I'll never go back to a metal show." And I was like, "You walked into a mosh pit." He was like, "What? They were just hitting me. They weren't hitting anybody else." And I was like, "Did you see?" He's like, "No, I sat down and like did this." Baby, get my purse. Because that's where mama keeps her peace. Get my purse. I was just joking. No, but yeah. Here's the thing. Like, it hurts. Yeah, it fucking hurts. But the issue, like the thing about alternative music that I am gonna say is that it helps us express. A lot of people who are alternative, we're not alternative because um I don't know. It's I said back in the day. Let me say back in the day, growing up, we were all just a ragtag bunch of kids that were abused, trying to vent our frustrations and traumas. Like we used to go into mosh pits willingly and beat the fuck out of each other. And whenever we came out, it's like you shake hands, you give hugs. You're like, yeah, you're bleeding. Someone's missing a tooth. You got a couple black eyes and bruises. And it was like exhilarating. It was an exhilarating thing to get into a mosh pit and beat the fuck out of everybody and take a fucking couple hits and keep going and keep throwing yourself around and spinning until you like black out from the fun, the exhilaration, getting hit, getting your shit stomped in. And if you were too little to be into a mosh pit, there was usually some really big, scary motherfucker with a lot of tattoos, a lot of studs, dark hair, one eye was white. You know what I mean? Like the whole get up vampire things. It was like, hey, look, little mama, I don't think you need to be up in there. Okay, you sure you got this? There's always like some random guy that was like really trying to protect people. That's how it was when I was growing up, at least. There was always some guy, some like very sweet, dark, shadowy figure, 8 foot tall, scary as the Grim Reaper. And he was always like, "Are you sure you want to go up there? Are you sure you want to crowd surf? You sure you got this? All right, throw her up." Like it was like people protected each other. And it's crazy to me to hear like stories where people are like, they have bad experiences. And I'm like, at a metal show? You had a bad experience at a metal show? And nobody beat the fuck out of that guy? Fuck that band and fuck all his fans. Like, what are you talking about? Like, I don't know. It's crazy. I don't know. Maybe shit's different now. I don't really give a flying fuck either because it's none of my fucking business. But yeah, it's just crazy. I had to convince some guy. I was like, no, your friends still love you. They didn't beat the shit out of you because they hate you or they weren't gunning for you. He was frightened for his life. He was like, they want to kill me. I was like, baby, no, you just walked into a mosh pit at a metal show. You're okay. They don't wanna kill you. They didn't shake your hand afterwards, after the song's over, and you're, like, all breathing heavy, and people's shirts are ripped, and they all look like they fucking went gorillaed out, and, like, they're, like and then they're coming back slowly, their eyes are fluttering back into their head, like, "Hey, what's up, man? Yeah, good show, good thing. Yeah, what's up, brother?" Like, "What are you doing? Like, what are you talking about?" He was scared for his life, he's like, "They're gonna try to fucking kill me." I was like, "They're not. I don't give a fuck about you. They're planning on going to the next one. They don't give a fuck. Like, I don't think you understand. Are you okay?" He was really like, "They were gonna fucking kill me." I was like, they're not. He's like, "They tried to kill me." I was like, "They didn't." And he told everybody at the shop I worked at, because he worked at some smoke shop. And so he was like, "I'm scared for my life." And then these girls came up to me like, "Hey, did you hear what happened to, let's just say Chris. Did you hear what happened to Chris? His friends beat the shit out of him at some metal show." I was like, "What are you talking about? What are you fucking talking?" The only thing I will say is that for some reason, Deftones concerts, I will just say this, Deftones concerts are different. Like, one time, this girl I knew, she was like fucking some people, right? Like, she was like fucking some guys there, but she had a boyfriend, whatever. And she got gonorrhea, okay? And then she came home and like gave it to her boyfriend. And like he was like, "What the fuck?" Blah blah blah. And she was like, "I don't know where I got this from." Blah blah blah. And it ended up that she got it at a Deftones concert. And I was like, so every time people talk to me about Deftones concerts, I always think of gonorrhea. I'm like, do not be sucking dick in the parking lot at a Deftones concert. Put that shit on a shirt. Don't be sucking dick in the parking lot of a Deftones concert. You will get gonorrhea, girl. You will get gonorrhea. Okay, don't do it. Don't do it. I'm just kidding. That's mean, but that's me personally. Like I'm like thinking like every time I think of Deftones, I always like there's a part of me like yeah, I fucking love Deftones, and there's always like gonorrhea, and I'm like ah! Oh no, memories. Oh my god. And it's like remember that one time she gave her boyfriend gonorrhea because she went to a Deftones concert and got it. Yeah, yeah, I do. I do remember that. I remember that every time I listen to Deftones, I'm like gonorrhea. So, girls, what did we learn today? Careful of the mosh pits. When a job tells you we're family, we're like family. Go to a pawn shop. I'm just kidding. Just kidding. Burn that motherfucker down, Pookie. I'm just kidding. No, don't do that. Don't do that. I do not condone violence. I do not condone arson, and I definitely don't condone condoning. Okay, I'm gonna go. I like this is the look for the day. It's nighttime now. I love this. I love this foundation. I love this cover. I love this lipstick. I love not having eyeshadow on or anything. I just love this. It reminds me of like 2016 type shit for some reason. 2015, 2016. It reminds me of, oh, it reminds me of something. And so I'm gonna go. I think that's all I had to tell you guys for the day. I gotta edit this shit. Um, and then I gotta go read some books. I gotta read some books. There's this one author I was reading, and like do you ever feel like the universe is just kind of like making fun of you and you're like, I get you Ricky. When I get you Ricky. No, I'm just kidding. No, there's this one author that I was reading and like her stories are not very good. But I keep reading them and I'm like, because like once you get halfway through a book, you're just like, I have to finish this book. Like otherwise I'm a pussy. Like that's it. That's it, right? Okay, cool, great. And so yeah, I was reading this book and I was like, this shit reminds me of the movie Red, but like if Red was mixed with something else. And so there was parts of it I was like, okay, I could fuck with this for a little bit because I did like the movie Red with Bruce Willis. You know what I'm talking about? I was like, okay, I could fuck with that. But then there's other parts I was like, I don't actually like this book at all. But then I was like, I kind of liked it and now I don't like it. And it's just sloppy writing. Do you ever read a book and then you go, I could write a better book? So anyways, that's where I've been at. I'm like, I think I want to write a book. But then also I'm just like, no, because I don't wanna talk to people. If I ever wrote a book, it would be under a pen name, and it would not have anything to fucking do with any of my life or anything. I would write it, like, hide my name, go under a pen name, and, like, I would never do signings or any of that shit. I would just let that shit, like, fucking blow up and just be like, "Wow." And if anyone was talking shit about the author, oh, me, I would be like, "Yeah, fuck that bitch." Like, fake fucking Reddit. Yeah, that bitch she is fucking stupid, and I do hate her work. She's like fuck her. Yeah, I mean him. I mean whoever they are. Yeah, fuck them. um, yeah, just to throw you guys off my scent. But yeah, yeah, I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna go, and I guess I'll see you guys later. Whatever. Goodbye.